Hey guys, pyrociterwatz here. This is not really a guide, but we're going to be talking through a PB of mine for RE3 Remake. Can discuss its strengths and shortcomings at another time. But yeah, if you want to see the rules on how to set up your speedrun, whether you're on console or PC, check out speedrun.com, and you can, through forums and whatnot, they'll give you all the rules for this. So here, this beginning section, this is all about tight movement, I guess, to be able to turn quickly and know exactly where you're going. But yeah, apartment's pretty simple. I mean, in my opinion, it's a really fun game. It's also one I knew where I was going when I started speedrunning it. Of course, I'll get back there eventually, but this is on Xbox. I'd be running it on PC now. This is a knife-only run, which you actually have to unlock the knife used for that run by playing through, getting achievements or whatever to earn the shot points to be able to buy it. There's a few key differences from the PC version to the console versions, and we'll talk about those when we get there. Right now it's just a bunch of walking, talking, not a whole lot as far as stuff. Just go in a straight line, basically. So one thing that you're gonna see a lot, there's a lot of dodging going on, and something you'll have to experiment with is how the dodges, if they make you faster, because dodging and caution. Here we go. First little skip, run over here, and you don't take the stun, you don't get stunned there if you run towards the fire hydrant. It's since changed. Apparently, if you open your menu at the right time, you don't even have to walk to the fire hydrant. It saves maybe, I don't know, a couple frames. I didn't do that in this run, and I probably won't do that. But yeah, I'm not a pro by any stretch. As you run out here, this is our first instance. We'll see 3 dodges, gets us to this fence. Dodging in fine, in caution, the direction you dodge in, whether you're moving at full speed, it all affects how fast you dodge. Get that first roll in, wait to see, kind of wait for one of them to reach their arms up towards you, and dodge, and that'll roll you towards it. So yeah, you dodge at different speeds for different run speeds and health situations. So it's all in experimenting. There are videos out there, people who experimented with certain sections of the game, doing it different ways. Whatever works for you. I mean, it's whatever you can reproduce and make it your fastest. Alright, so this is a move that you probably want to get used to. You saw that I slashed and jumped backwards. Trying to remember how to do that on controller. you slash and then tap backwards as soon as you hit the slash button. Like one right after the other. And it allows you to say you were hitting, they have the electric thing that will stun enemies. You hit that and do the jump backwards, you don't get stunned. Also, well, really I do it for an explosive barrel as well. That's one of the main reasons to learn that technique. You don't take damage from the barrel. That was not a good dodge there. Ran into the wall. Start here at the bottom. Well, no, I didn't dodge that way this one. You start dodging at the bottom of those stairs a few steps before you can make it up. Save. You know, tenths of a second. Alright, something else you want to need to be able to do is the menuing, and that just takes practice. This is not fast by any stretch, but that's probably my best menuing to get that and drop off all the unnecessary items. We keep the pistol for, well, I don't really know. I probably don't need to, but I don't think I pick up another pistol throughout the game, and you need it for the final boss. Right there. There are some people who like to run around to the other side of that and slash it, take the damage, because you end up in caution. You actually run faster in caution for some strange reason, and it will save you, you know, over the course of the game, a few seconds. Saw that dodge right there. As far as dodging zombies, probably practiced up, but really you're waiting for them to raise their arms, take that first step toward you. Really, you just practice it, get a feel for it, and should be a pro. Alright, here's the first console versus PC difference. I pause here, there's like a little load zone kind of thing. If you try to run out that door without pausing, you just kind of run into it. There's a... yeah, this didn't go so cleanly. If you try to run out that door without pausing it, then just kind of run into it for a second. Pausing stops the in-game timer. So it, you know, it'll save you that time that it's loading the area outside the door. Another little skip here. Dodge over to get to that before she stops and looks around wondering what that noise is. Again, it's, you know, 1, maybe 2 seconds. But over the course of a run, all these little techniques, running in caution, all the little skips, they will save you those precious seconds. One thing I've found here is not running in a straight line will make the dogs miss. Even just the slightest curve will make them miss you. That guy can be a little tricky to dodge. But yeah. So this right here, stair skating. I don't know if I had done any of that yet. I probably did out in that courtyard area. You're going to be tapping the aim button. It will bring up the knife, but you don't obviously let it bring up or ready the knife to attack. Again, I'm just talk about here. Bring the knife up to attack. that will allow you to not have to stop and look at the steps and have her run down, you know, carefully, hitting every step. Let you go just a little bit faster down the stairs or up the stairs. You don't have to do that. Really, on assisted, those guys aren't such a big deal. They're pretty tame, and also kind of have invincibility frames while you're flipping the switch, usually. So yeah, any other difficulty you could, hey, you really have to make sure the area is clear before you start flipping the switch. However, on assisted, for whatever reason, it's like very lenient. And at that part, you have to turn that camera slightly so that you're actually facing it. Otherwise, you'll just run right by it. So the interaction points are very precise. As soon as I talk about invincibility frames, I get attacked while I'm flipping the switch. Alright, and so when you're talking on the radio like this, you just let the conversation play out. You could skip it and technically make it to the door faster, but right now the in-game timer is not running. So you just let that conversation go until you reach the door, in which case it's not going to save you any more time. Just skip whatever's left. Here's another dodge. I didn't really get to show you, but there's like a small piece of rubble that I look at that helps you dodge through that, otherwise you end up stunned. By looking down here, he does not jump in front of you. Most of the time, I mean, if you're looking up while you're running, he'll jump in front of you at that little electric box, and you don't want that. That slows you down. Here, you focus the camera on him while you're running. That stops him again from jumping in front of you. That is tricky. You need to be aware of that as you go through that door. He's going to try to grab you. Old school RE2 zombie dodge. Skate around them so you don't get bit. Yeah, so the tentacle you need to watch. As soon as it enters the screen and you hear the sound, you need to dodge. And that one can be tricky because he may not do it when you expect. And unfortunately, doing this as fast as you can doesn't save any time. You have to wait for the conversation to be done. Obviously, you just need to do it fast enough to have it done before they finish talking. Another thing to talk about is the aggressiveness of the enemies. I didn't get a chance to talk about it before, but there's a lot of dodges that you'll make. There are a lot of dodges you don't have to make. As you can see, I paused here again for the area to load. Oh. Got hit. Yeah, aggressiveness of enemies. On any difficulty above assisted, you'll be having to dodge a lot more. Enemies will attack you and really grab you. It's so different. So you'll have to probably watch some videos for standard or whatever difficulty you'll be playing. Going back to that Nemesis dodge, it's not as quick as you might think to dodge him. You really have to wait till his arm's up and he's started his punch motion. You can dodge right on his arm. Unassisted here, you'll be able to just run through, not have to worry about him getting to you. So you can just go right to it and pull this grate off and get in there. Any other difficulty, you might have to stun him with the electrical thing. What is it, a generator? I don't even know. Just gonna call it a electrical box. Hopefully that's good enough. Dodge as soon as you turn around there and get yourself an extra step before she pulls out her radio. Right, so in the sewers here, the hunter gammas. Ugh. They're not that bad, but it's so tense. They, one, kill you, and you know, if you mess up the timing on it. This first one's tricky, because you have to wait for that. You have to wait for his attack, and then you need to just wait, and then dodge. And again, these guys are way different on any other difficulty. They have a different attack where they can swing their tail, knock you back, and jump back in front of you. I struggle with that. But there are other resources, especially, again, speedrun.com. Someone's made a video dodging them for higher difficulties. Yeah, these guys can end a run real quick. So it's the first one and the last one that are going to give you trouble. First one, because that timing is like, you don't do it quite right, and it sucks. So you pause for a second right there when he jumps up. If you get too close to him, he'll stun. This part you need to do extremely quickly to get that battery and dodge back through here. If you're too slow, you're done. He'll grab you, or he'll end up at the door, and waiting for him to get away from the door is like 10 seconds lost, and at that point you're close enough to the beginning that probably should just reset. Another instance where you dodge through before she pulls out the radio. Saves whatever frames. That's basically it for Hunter Gammas anyways. Alright, so we're coming up on the first boss fight. This one is it's a little bit tricky. If you get the timing down to it, it's pretty quick. Probably a faster way to get up that. Seen a lot of pulling out your weapon to cut corners at a sharper angle. I haven't practiced that, and I'm not very good at it. That wasn't very sharp, but in any case, something that you could do to save yourself time throughout the game. Being able to cut those corners sharper. Right, so as soon as we get out of this, we're gonna run up beyond his, that's his right. You're gonna want to hold hard left while you're doing this, and that should give you, as soon as you stun it there, you run in front, let him do this attack, and then you can get back behind. You're listening for that metallic sound, which tells you that I'm gonna do it. For that metallic sound, that means you're hitting the tank. Really, you can be able to get that tank, explode that tank before he even comes out of that, before he can even do that, you know, backhand to you. This part's, ugh. You have to get the dodge to that. First one's quick. The second sideways slash. Really, it's that one is really difficult to dodge. That's when you just jump back and get out of the way. And then the third long slash. That one you just have to practice that timing. This wasn't too bad of a fight. It could be faster. That beginning part, I could have saved a few seconds there, and obviously, you know, just some dodges and yeah. So by that point, you'll know how your run is going, whether you're ahead of your time. It's always a good idea to, if you're so far behind, just start over. I mean, I guess you'll never know what can happen at the end of the game. So maybe you keep going. Poor Kendo. Again, that is why you practice many things. Over the course of a run, that will save you lots of time. As far as this one goes, slow menu, probably say, I don't know, 15 seconds. Those guys are kind of tricky. They don't always give you that audio cue to dodge. You just kind of have to know, be expecting it. You just don't want them to grab you. Yeah, if you're really quick there, he will run up and try to hit you. Something I haven't talked about yet is DA, which is the difficulty adjuster, which really on assisted, its effect is minimal. It's not something you really have to worry about. Maybe it affects something like that with how aggressive he is to run up there. Most of the time he won't, but occasionally he does. Excuse me. But yeah, on higher difficulties, especially for the guys who and girls who run Inferno difficulty, not necessarily knife only, but any Inferno, DA is huge, and your DA gets too high, and yeah, it can make it so much longer, so much more difficult. But unassisted, I think, like, it's almost nothing. Doesn't affect too much. All right, we have Carlos coming up. Not much happening here, but messing around, hitting stuff. Just kind of have to wait, be patient. Get off my train. One of these days I'll do a casual run, and I have to anyways to unlock the knife on PC. I'll be trying to run this on PC again. But yeah, we get to watch all the cutscenes again. Really it's a fun game to play. Alright, Carlos is very different from Jill. He does not have the same dodge mechanic. He just does the shoulder lunge. If you get it perfect, he'll punch, which just helpful at times. If you use it too much, it can slow you down. It has a lot longer recovery than the shoulder jab. Alright, here's some more menuing again. You drop off pretty much everything. As you can, it's so slow, but you know what? Whatever. I know the community was looking into how to skip all this dialogue. I don't know if that ever happened or not. Actually, I should probably look at some newer runs, if there are any, see what's changed. Alright, so this also includes one of the just most frustrating, not frustrating, just it's really annoying sections in the whole game. We'll see here shortly. Just gonna shoulder this guy. You really don't want to punch him because you don't need to. Tight. You can cut tighter and just go right around that guy. Part's pretty easy. Alright, it's here. So when you come through here, there's a couple different techniques you can do. As you can see, that was pretty clean. You're trying to slash those guys, so hopefully you take a few of them out. Really, you want that guy that's laying on the floor and that police officer. If you can get the lady cop, take her out as well. That is beneficial. I don't think I slashed them enough to be able to take them out. But as you can see, he died. I was able to slash him 3 times. I don't remember how clean this was, but you come back through this area three times, and it's a mess. Every time you're gonna get bit once or twice. Expect it. This isn't too bad. Ooh. It's gonna be a guy coming around the corner. Yeah, of course. He come from anyways? Yeah, and then you have to watch out for this dude. But yeah, I guess that wasn't too bad. It could be worse, a lot worse. And I say not too bad, but it also could have been a lot better as well. It's just how many of those zombies do you want to take out? How many do you want to leave? Do you want to YOLO? I prefer to take them out. It's less frustrating. So through here, if you're quick enough, you can run through before they are actually active. You just have to be so quick about it. And don't run directly into them. If you're quick, you can just kind of cruise through without getting grabbed at all. I almost made it. One thing didn't talk about is how fast Carlos stair skates, and it's fast. Yep, that's all I have to say about that. Alright, so coming up on Remake 2, this fight is another... If this fight doesn't go well, it's definitely a reset. Yeah, these guys aren't of concern. When you get up here, this guy, you almost have to run straight. That was a little... usually, you run up there as soon as you know, run straight at that wall, don't angle at all. And you're able to dodge if that construction zombie decides to lunge for you. Be able to roll right by him to the ladder. So this is where there's a lot of differences between consoles in general and PC. So frames per second, especially for this fight. So he's usually going to do that move, but he steps back and jumps at you, and he'll pin you, throw you around, and it's not good. You'll have to practice this fight a lot, get used to all these moves, all these dodges. When the jump and spin, kind of wait till he's at the peak of his jump to do the slash or to do the dodge. Right, you kind of want to trap him against the wall so that when he does jump back, as you can see there, the peak of his jump, you don't have to chase him around so much if you can get him to keep jumping back into the wall. This is where your frames per second, your FPS, matters a lot. So he's gonna run around up here. The lower frames per second have, the longer it takes him to get down. It doesn't matter so much on other difficulties, or not difficulties, other runs, but knife only, it really makes like a huge difference. So I played this on the original Xbox. Xbox One X has more powerful hardware, able to run at a higher frame rate. So that alone will save you like, I don't know, I would say 30 seconds in this fight, easily. For whatever it is, he stays up there for a set amount of frames, I guess, and will only come down or climb up the tower or whatever once you've hit that amount of frames. So place PS4 and PS4 Pro. That's what you see a lot of console runners on. PS4 Pro is probably the fastest out of the four. But then PC, at least for speedrunning, there's a cap set at 120. So that's your ideal situation, is you want him on top of that bus. You just kind of have to stare him down, kind of judge when he's going to jump. That's a really quick dodge. You just have to practice. Yeah, for PC it's capped at 120. If your system can't handle, you can do 60. But all the rules for that are on again speedrun.com. I mean, I guess you could go as high as you wanted, but it won't be, you won't be able to submit the run. Again, there's also comparison videos that will show you, you know, all the different frame rates and how long it takes him to jump down. At 120, but he does maybe one full run around the top there, whereas here he does 2+, so it's a huge difference. Wasn't a bad fight. I think that might be my best Nemi 2 fight. I mean, I've missed a couple dodges, but it was pretty good for me, anyways. Another thing, I don't use it in this run, and I probably won't use it until I get to my PC runs. There's like a double slash you can do. Check other sources that can explain it better. There's a few out there that have the button overlays. You have to map your pistol and knife. Okay. When you punch her down, this is where I adjusted my run later. You can use your knife and slash her, and you don't have to deal with her coming back through. It's a lot of planning ahead, but it helps. A hunter's going to be chasing you through that hall come through. And same thing in this room. As soon as you come in, there's that body, the zombie on the floor to the right. Slash them. That will make your life much easier coming back through there. Back to the double slash with the knife. You map, say, the pistol to your left directional button, the knife to your bottom, the down directional button. And when you get the perfect dodge, slash, and has to be like so quick. Switch your pistol back to your knife, slash again. Probably check the videos for it, because it's so quick, and I don't even know if it's worth it when you're using controller. It doesn't seem worth it to me. Any run that I've done since this one I've never had a faster Nemi 2 or Nemi 3 fight. As you can see with Carlos, most of the hospital is just running. Not a whole lot going on. So up there, same thing. I guess it's not all just running. But you look up at the ceiling, the hunter will not attack you if you're not looking directly at him. Or at least they are much more passive. We're going to see that again in this room coming up. Oops, I did not do that well. I'm supposed to be able to... You look up at the ceiling here as you run through, and they won't do their big slashes. As soon as you enter that door, not that one, the one for the hunter, if you pause, they'll slash, and you'll be able to... It has to be a quick pause. He'll slash, and you'll be able to just run through without getting hit. Right here, this is what I'm talking about. I shouldered her, which is fine. If you slash her, you won't even have to worry about that. You'll be able to just run without having to wait. I am GT Nathaniel Bird. Alright, Hunter's gonna jump down through here. This is where differences could be. She's gonna be in the hallway. I got lucky there. So lucky. No, maybe not that lucky. None of these zombies will be active if you get through quick enough. But yeah, it's a lot easier to not have that zombie in the hall. You'll be able to just focus on the hunter. Sometimes that old guy zombie is right there by the door when you go in, which, you know, sucks, especially if you slash the lady. Alright, make or break section here. It's gonna be a lot of that. I'm gonna be watching things fall through the window. A lot of shouldering them down. 2 slashes on assisted do it. Sometimes it takes 3. But the burn damage usually takes care of them. Unfortunately, I never really count how many come through. So I just keep going until they're dead. Right at the beginning of the fight, you always want to grab that detonator. Don't forget. Oh, this isn't too bad. later on in the fight, after you finish off the first hunter, the lights are gonna go out, hunter's gonna drop down. After you finish him up, you're gonna want to be slashing the zombies like 4 times. You can 4 or 5. They will randomly start turning into the Nemi parasites, and you don't want that. They'll tentacle whip you, and that's just it can be messy. A little bit early there. So really, for the hunter, you can... There's other techniques that you can do. You can go sit by the door and wait. And kind of strafe around him to one side. Yeah, this is a little messy. Wow. And usually you can take him out without him getting you at all. Then kind of at the mercy, leaving these guys kind of run around, lose track of them. That you don't want. It's definitely not so clean of a run for this section. Oh, just cleaning stuff up. Whoa, that was close. As you can see, he just turned into a Nemi parasite. But luckily, he's on the ground. Oh, yeah, I forgot about him. Second hunter. One thing you don't want to do with hunters is do a lot of the perfect dodges, punching him. It's just not good. If you break his face, that's not good. You don't want that. He'll be weaker and easier to damage. However, he also will do a one-hit kill attack. And oh, jeez. Let's go. Where you'll see him. Sorry, I'm all caught up in the tense the moment here. They'll reach their claws back, let out a screech or whatever, and they'll jump, and that is a one-hit kill. You do not want to be in the way. Doesn't matter if you're at full health or not. And then you'll have to redo this, and that's, I don't know, 5 minutes. So here you really don't have to do anything. Just make sure they don't knock all that stuff down. And don't die. Alright, so it's going to be quick saving here. You're going to want to pause until the little spinny icon goes away. That allows you to skip through. Otherwise, you end up sitting there waiting for it to quick save, waiting for the conversation to start. there's a three-shot pistol, a burst pistol on the left that you can grab. I don't know. I prefer not to grab it. It might be faster during the final fight. I don't know. It's... I guess it's preference. A lot of the community will tell you that grabbing that is faster because that pistol deals more damage. But for me, truthfully, like, it takes an extra second to grab it. I can also reload it during the Nemi 3 fight. I guess that one comes with 30 shots already, so you don't really need to worry about reloading it. Whatever, your preference. Maybe it saves a second, maybe 2, I don't know. It's my preference not to grab it. Someone tells me I'm totally wrong, maybe I'll adjust. Alright, we ride lots of elevators. This might be the last one. At least for now. Alright, and being able to dodge up to the interaction points here. Yeah, I didn't dodge there. It's definitely much... not safer, but a little easier to not dodge. Anytime I've tried to dodge, I end up getting stuck in a corner, and it doesn't save me any time. Dogs usually play nice. They don't attack you while you're stunned. Some more tricky stuff coming up here. On our way back. Once this elevator comes up, we drop down. You get to see what Umbrella has been doing. They've been capturing all these specimens. And bringing all the containers back down here to this lab. So you just get like a smorgasbord of enemies down here. The last Hunter Gamma we'll see. That's scarier than it really is. As soon as you hit that ladder, they're never gonna grab you. And even on higher difficulties, you have plenty of time to get to the ladder. This room can be tricky, because really they don't activate until you get right next to them. That was good. So that was not. You should be able to dodge over and grab that fuse and get back without getting hit by that hunter. I just messed up getting over there. Coming back through can be tough. If you're not quick enough, the pale head will grab you. Or if for whatever reason he ends up right in front of the door. Usually the way back through there was a little easier. This is tricky. If you don't hit those dodges just right, you're gonna... the parasites are gonna do that, and slow you down. You won't be able to activate the panel until you're not stunned. Poor Tyrell. Oh. Gave everything he had. Not sure if it's actually faster. I think it's kind of timed. You basically wait for Tyrell and dodge through there. Otherwise, Jill will walk all the way. Just get you to the door faster. Then he gets clobbered by Nemesis. So, yeah. Alright. The lab. Or Nest 2. And it's really not as big as it seems. As you can see from that other room, you can see where you're actually going. Alright, some players prefer to go the other way first. I don't know. I like to just go this way and be done. Section. Easy enough. Dodging on the stairs can be tricky. Watching out for all those guys. Oh, no. Too bad. Alright, so coming down the stairs here, there's going to be a zombie that just starts to stand up. If you're quick, he's not even going to have the chance to get up. You'll be able to do it. Get this pushed in and back to the door without him even being able to get to you. We get to come through and see lots of tyrants and hunters. And clearly, something's gonna go down. Alright, here is... This room sucks. So bad. Alright, so it's best to come out around here. Try to dodge through and get to this. I should have made it. The parasite stunned me. Usually you can get that far, but then it's leaving that's an issue. Luckily that went okay. Be nice if the parasites didn't slap me around, but really that was so bad. Could have been much worse. Alright, here we have the hunter fight. The way I like to do this is keep them both in front of you. If you can get the perfect dodge, your slash will hit both of them. And that burn damage, even if you're not attacking the other, the burn damage that adds up will make fighting the next one a little bit quicker. There's supposed to be 3. The third guy. Or not, I guess there's only 2 unassisted. Alright, so this section goes about as perfectly as it can. Don't expect to get through that clean. that was just luck. But that's basically what you're going to do. You need to know how many are in there. I think there's 4 pale heads, and then the 1 doctor zombie. Just have to know where they are and try to get around them as best you can. There's no great way of doing it, because all those things hang away. Mid, high, low. Always. It is always that. It's not different. Alright, here we go. Lots of cutscenes and everything else. So this fight, this is Nemi 3. It's very similar to Nemi 2. Gonna be running around up top a lot. As you can see, one of his arms is now a tentacle, and he has a few new attacks. Some of them they're not nice. You hope that he just does all his simple attacks like he used to. Missed that one, as you can see. That's a lot of, well, 2 seconds time lost there. I feel like for this to be the run that it was, the rest of this fight must go relatively well. Hopefully. Falls down, Carlos does his thing. If you don't skip that right away, the game time is not running during that, but yet it will still take a little bit more burn damage during that cutscene, actually. So you kind of let it play a little bit. So now you want to keep your eye out for the zombies that drop down. Usually they drop down between, I think it was 6 and 7. It's best to take out at least one. If you have time to take out both, even better. That way, just one less thing to look at. Nemi takes enough of your attention. There's lots of waiting. This is what that low FPS does for you. Feels like it takes so long for him to jump down. Again, back him into a corner. That way, if he tries to dodge and get out of your way, you can at least get there. Whoops. Again, he's going back up. Watch for the zombies dropping down. I don't know if I did it yet. If I saw it. If you did not grab the burst pistol, you definitely want to get your pistol out and reload. I must have done it. I grabbed the first aid spray, and next to the first aid spray there should be a box of handgun bullets. If not, when he's running around up top, you grab the handgun bullets. Yeah, and then you just reload. Just to make sure you have a full clip going into the next fight. got all turned around. I didn't see where. The zombie dropped down. Yes, nice juicy hits. If you can get it to jump on the zombie, it'll kill the zombie. That's what we're hoping for. I don't think he landed. Yeah. Now we're safe. We don't have to worry about it. Nice. Second half of that was pretty good. Not so much the first. Alright, then you have to wait again for this quick save icon. Otherwise, you just sit there at that door and you wait. Dodge at this pillar. Get to the door. Activate that. Turn around. Get the railgun out. This is the only part. It's not really a true knife-only run, because you can use the pistol. But otherwise, this part of the battle is like impossible. You want to get yourself in position so that when you explode that second one, you can start pushing. You should be able to push all of them before he wakes up again. He only has 2 of those assists on assisted higher difficulties. He has more. He's starting to wake up, but it should take him. It will take him long enough that he'll be able to get there. Boom. So it's pretty clean. The only part that could have probably been faster is shooting that first assist. That was not the best, but acceptable. Next time. A real juicy looking Jill. Hey, where did it all go? That's about it. Now you just have to hope you don't miss the shot on Nikolai. And this is one of the few interaction points in here where you don't actually need to be facing it so much for whatever reason. Just dodge up there and mash A on your... Alright. Ah, good. Alright, that's about it. That is the knife-only run of RE3 Remake. So, yeah. If you enjoyed this, you know, like, subscribe, yeah, all that stuff. And we will see you next time. I am pyrociterwatz. This is Camera Bros Gaming.